You know, we had some comments earlier in the discussion on a different bill, but the pro tem made a comment that our educational system is broken, it's rigged against the poor. Another member at the dais said that basically I was attacking teachers, and I'd like to clarify. My reform legislation is not attacking teachers, it's attacking the system. And the system doesn't distinguish between good teachers and bad teachers. And when I said before, 10% of our teachers are not performing effectively. Just finding a way to change them out would actually be good. So this bill, I've tried others, folks, and we all know it because, Madam Chairman, you've sat through these meetings before when I've had legislation that would reform our last in, first out. And the members of this august committee, in its various iterations, have summarily dismissed such legislation. And so today we still have the same system we had when I entered 12 years ago, and yet we still question what's happening with our educational system. Why are we failing our children? Let's give them more money. Let's give them more everything else except what really counts, and that is a more transparent, a more accountable, a more output rather than input-oriented educational system. So today, in the interest of trying to find some common ground, since the other things have crashed and burned, SB 1224 simply requires school districts to report to the Department of Education the number of reassignments made by governing boards that are based on seniority, and requires the department to make that information available on its website. The bill does not ask for information on the details as to why such personnel changes have been made or requested. Now, there's different bills that come through the legislature, and I've sponsored some that would have transparency for what we do in our process to be 72 hours to have a bill in print or things like that. Transparency is generally seen as a good thing. Now, school districts know exactly why and how many teachers are being reassigned. Why shouldn't the legislature at least know how many? Why shouldn't this committee know how many? Why shouldn't the public know how many? But we don't. So that's what this bill does, a little bit of transparency in the process, so that hopefully when some other iteration of this committee is dealing with this, because Madam Chairman, you and I will not be here past this legislative session, but they will have some data in their hands so they can make an informed decision that will hopefully help these children get the education that we pay for and the education that they deserve. I believe this is a good step for that. I ask for your aye vote.